The story begins by showing a caretaker. We see that she's busy teaching children when suddenly the owner of the house calls her in a very strange manner. It is revealed that this caretaker had told a huge lie to the family. Her real name was Jennifer, but she had introduced herself with a different identity to get the job. The man starts questioning her strictly, asking her to answer honestly about her real motive, why she came here, and with what intention. He threatens her that if she does not tell the truth, he will immediately file a police complaint against her. Hearing the word police, Jennifer's throat goes dry and she becomes extremely frightened. In panic, she suddenly picks up a flower vase lying on the table and smashes it on his head, grabs her passport from his hand, and runs away. The scene cuts, and we are introduced to a new character, Kurt, along with his dad. They are on a trip together, but despite being with his son, Kurt's dad is constantly busy on his phone. This behavior deeply upsets Kurt. The scene shifts again, introducing another character, a doctor named Cooper. He is standing in an art gallery, carefully observing a painting that depicts a bizarre surgical operation. As he looks at it, visions from his past begin flashing in his mind. One by one, several characters of the movie are introduced, and the story circles back to Jennifer. To escape the police, she disguises herself as a homeless person and spends the night on the roadside. In the morning, she wakes up to the sound of police sirens and panics, wanting to escape immediately. As she moves ahead, she sees a bus and boards it. The conductor asks for her ticket, and she pretends to look for it. Seeing this, the driver tells her not to worry and allows her inside, saying that he always keeps a place in his bus for helpless, or rather guilty people. Jennifer finds this statement strange, but the conductor laughs and says it was just a joke. Inside the bus, we see that all the characters who were previously introduced are traveling together. The tour begins, and the driver takes them to a place filled with windmills. The bus stops near a massive windmill where everyone starts taking pictures. Kurt wants to take photos with his dad, but his dad is still busy on his phone, making Kurt even more disappointed. On the return journey, Jennifer's medicine falls from her bag. Dr. Cooper picks it up and examines it carefully before silently returning it to her. Soon after, Jennifer falls asleep and starts dreaming about her abusive father beating her, just like in her childhood. Terrified, she wakes up suddenly and sees something even more horrifying, her father standing in front of the bus. She screams and forces the bus to stop, but when she checks outside, no one is there. Assuming it was a hallucination, she returns to the bus. However, the bus suddenly refuses to start. The driver checks for problems but finds nothing wrong. He says they will have to wait there for help. Some passengers suggest going back to the city for help, but the driver explains it would take 2 hours round trip. Jennifer suggests going to a nearby windmill she saw earlier, but when Cooper checks the map, no windmill is marked there. Jennifer insists on checking it herself, and a young man named Jack accompanies her. While walking, Jack steps on a shoe lying on the ground. When he picks it up, he suddenly experiences a horrifying vision in which he sees himself brutally murdering a woman. Suddenly, an invisible entity appears, holding a strange tool. It brutally cuts off Jack's legs and crushes his head into pieces. Jennifer, horrified, runs back to the bus and tells everyone what she saw, but no one believes her. Dr. Cooper claims she is hallucinating because of her medication. Everyone silences her. Suddenly, the entity appears outside the bus, but again, no one believes Jennifer. Moments later, a bird crashes into the bus window, terrifying everyone. The bus starts sliding downhill toward water. Just before it falls in, everyone manages to escape, though Kurt gets injured. Kurt suffers from a medical condition where bleeding does not stop easily, making his injury life-threatening. The group decides to return to the windmill for shelter. Jennifer warns them that a killer is there, but no one listens. While walking through the forest, Takashi sees his dog, even though he never brought it along. Without thinking, he follows it and enters a familiar-looking place where he sees his grandmother. Overcome with guilt, he apologizes for abandoning her. While he is distracted, the killer appears behind him. Back at the windmill, the driver finds an ancient document describing a miller who was executed for making a deal with the devil. The miller allegedly ground human bones in his mill. The villagers burned the mill with him inside. It is believed that the devil made him the gatekeeper of hell, and the windmill became a gateway to hell. People continue arguing, blaming Jennifer. She storms out, and Cooper follows her. During their conversation, Jennifer reveals that she believes the killer is her dead father. Cooper then hears a strange noise in the forest and investigates, where he encounters a woman blaming him for her death. He confesses that he performed surgery while drunk. Suddenly, the killer appears and brutally murders Cooper. Jennifer witnesses this and runs back with Takashi, who reveals that the killer spares those who truly repent for their sins. Panic spreads, and the group ties Jennifer up, believing she is the killer. Eventually, Jennifer's past is revealed. She burned a van to kill her abusive father, but accidentally killed her younger brother as well. Meanwhile, Kurt's father confesses that he murdered Kurt's mother to escape custody battles. The miller kills Kurt's father brutally. Later, it is revealed that the bus driver is actually the miller's assistant, responsible for bringing sinners to the windmill. In the final act, the windmill is set on fire. Jennifer sacrifices herself to save Kurt, killing the driver. Kurt escapes, but the miller emerges from the flames and kills Jennifer, dragging her into the burning mill. The next morning, everything appears normal. The driver is alive again, standing in the city with the same bus, once again inviting sinners on board. The cycle continues. And with this eerie ending, the story comes to an end. For more movie explanation videos like this, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.